All right. All right. We are live on YouTube. I know some people have been waiting for me. I'm sorry. I had a little problem. So I was getting ready to start with the course, and I had a little problem with my computer, and that's exactly the reason why I was not able to start on time. Okay. So hopefully I hope that everybody is fine. So I'm giving you guys a couple of minutes so you can join in. Let me share this. I'll be giving you a couple of minutes to join in. All right. I know this is Self-Taught Polyglot. My name is Valence Nise Dejean, Self-Taught Polyglot. We're here today just to learn Haitian Creole. So we have a Haitian Creole class that we're having today. And for the Haitian Creole class, I think that some people might be interested in taking it. Some others might not. But the class is going to be fantastic. And we have a bunch of a lot of stuff that I'm going to share to you guys today, and it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. So, so let's see. If you're here, I want you to put in the chat where you're listening from, where are you, and everything. Just let us know what's really going on, and so that we can do our stuff. Okay, we can move forward. I want to start sharing my screens in a while. I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna share my screen. If you have any questions, you can just jot them down. All right. If you have any questions, you can just jot them down. All right. If you have any questions, you can just jot them down. All right. That's it for today. I don't know whether you can hear, you can see. Let me know whether you can see what I'm doing or not. I'd like to know. No, that's not it. That's not it. Well, it seems that it's not able to share. What's going on with YouTube? All right, all right, all right. That's cool. So waiting for you guys to join so that I can start. We're just waiting for you guys to start, to join so that I can start. I have a bunch of stuff that I'm going to cover today. And I know it's gonna be difficult for some of you, but it's gonna be not that difficult for others. So that way we will, hopefully. All right. So anyway, let's start with the class. So today we're gonna be talking about the Haitian Creole. I'm gonna be teaching you something that is very important in the Haitian Creole language, which is the days of the week. Okay, so I'm going to be teaching you how to say the days of the weeks in Haitian Creole, and then from there on, you basically know how to say the days of the weeks in Haitian Creole. Okay. Um. Now, so days of the weeks. How do you say that in Haitian Creole? You say jour na semaine na. Remember, in order to reach out to me, you see my telephone number, the telephone number that I use for business, uh, okay, for teaching, and all sort of other stuff. That's the telephone number that I normally use. And um, you have my email down there. Okay, that's the email that I use for business as well. That's my second largest emails. I have two emails. That's my second one. I have another one, but it's basic for work, other work. Okay. So, yeah, if you're listening, you're watching, just let me know where you're watching from. Okay. Because we have a lot to cover today. So, Haitian Creole language is a language spoken in Haiti, as we covered that already. It's the most spoken Creole language in the world. Okay. It's spoken by over 12 million people in Haiti and over 4 to 5 million people abroad. Okay, that makes it the most spoken Creole language in the whole world. Okay, so in case you want to speak Haitian Creole, Haitian Creole is always going to be the number one that you're going to use because it has a lot of native speakers, but also it is very 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 interesting, a very interesting language to learn. Today we are going to learn the days of the week. Okay. Je dis voilà on dit jour qui dans semaine yo, comment on dit en anglais et jour qui dans semaine yo même on dit dans plusieurs langues. Mais en créole haïtien, on façon pour dire tout. Ça nous va l'apprendre jeudi, nous va l'apprendre connaît comment on dit et jour dans semaine yo en créole haïtien. Donc c'est ça nous va le faire jeudi. Nous allons faire environ 40 minutes ensemble, côté que nous allons apprendre ça. OK? Et après ça, on a gagné pour nous passer avec l'autre bagaille. OK? All right. Now, Haitian Creole. So how do we say the days of the week in Haitian Creole? How do we say the days of the weeks in Haitian Creole? Okay? How do we say the days of the week in Haitian Creole? That's the question that I ask. So, comment nous dit, okay, there's a D here. Comment nous dit jour dans semaine nan en créole haïtien? Comment nous dit jour dans semaine nan en créole haïtien? Comment nous dit jour dans semaine nan en créole haïtien? Comment nous dit jour dans semaine nan en créole haïtien? Okay? How do we say the days of the weeks in Haitian Creole? How do we say the days of the week in Haitian Creole? Comment nous dit jour dans semaine nan en créole haïtien? À ne pas oublier que gagne, not to forget that there's a um, grave accent over O here for the sound O, comma, and there's also a grave accent here for Creole, and we normally say Creole, okay? But the nation Creole is written KreyO, grave accent L. But I had difficulty putting the the accent. That's why you have it like this, but it's not written like this. There's a or, there's a grave accent. Jou timoun ale l'école. There's a grave accent as well. Ak jou travail. Jou nous aller l'église ou soit l'autre activité spirituelle. Okay, the days that kids go to school, or the days that we go to work, days we go to church, or we go to some spiritual activities. Now, days of the weeks. Okay, days of the weeks. How many days are there in a week? How many days are there in a week? You can see that that's basically, you know, when it's Flags Day in Haiti, people are on the street, they are parading in the street. Okay, ya fait parade na la rue, hein. Okay, they mostly call it um makepa. Okay, so that's basically what people do in the street. They're doing it, and they're helping other people, recognizing the Haitian culture, and they're chanting, they're singing, they're also um, saying things out of top of their lung about the Haitian, culture, the country, Haiti, etc. So days of the week. How many days are there in a week? Most of the time we know combien jours qui gagnent dans une semaine. Combien jours qui gagnent dans une semaine. Combien jours qui gagnent dans une semaine. Okay? Combien jours qui gagnent dans une semaine? How many days are there in a week? Combien jours qui gagnent dans une semaine? Eh bien, nous dit, there are 7 jours, 7 days in a week. There are 7 days in a week. There are 7 days in a week. Gagner 7 jours dans une semaine. Gagner 7 jours dans une semaine. Combien jours qui gagnent dans une semaine? Dans une semaine. Combien qui égale how many? Gagner. Gagner are there. Gagner capable signifie tout. Gagner capable signifie tout. Et gagner capable signifie tout. Let me see whether I can, yes. Gagner capable signifie tout. Um, to have. Li capable signifie there is. There is, or there are. Okay. All right. And the short form for gagner is gain or gon, depending of the pronunciation. Okay. It could be gon. All right. depending on the pronunciation, is it can be gain, it could be gain, which is a short form. It also can be gon. Okay, it depends on the other sounds that you're going to put together to say it. If you have like another g sound or you have a y sound, most of the time it's going to sound like gon. Okay, that's what they call assimilation in phonology. And combien is how many, how many, how many, or how much, how many, or how much. You can use it for both. Okay, because when you say when you use the in English, you have count nouns and non-count nouns, but you don't really have that in Haitian Creole. So you use combien to refer to how many and how much at the same time. Okay, so you basically use this. All right, all right. So, and when you have week, that's how you say week. Semen. Remember the same thing. There's a grave accent here. Okay, there's a grave accent here, and I just put semen. That would be semen because I have difficulty putting the S sound here, and I just put it like this. But remember that there is a grave accent E here for the sound eh. Okay, very good. So how many days are there in a week? Combien jours qui gagnent dans une semaine? Combien jours qui gagnent dans une semaine? Combien, how many, how much? Gagner, to have, or there are, there is. Okay, semaine, c'est week. Okay, so there are 7 days in a week. There are 7 days in a week. There are 7 days. 7 days qui égale à 7 jours. There are 7 days in a week. 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 All right. Remember that in English, you say 1 day, 2 days. 1 day, 2 days. Okay, 2 days. Okay, you're counting. But in Haitian Creole, you just say one day, you say un jour or un jour. 2 days, deux jours, or des jours if you're using the exact Haitian Creole pronunciation. Des jours, des jours, un jour, des jours. So, how many days are there in a week? There are 7 days in a week. There are 7 days in a week. Okay. What are they? Qu'est-ce que c'est? Dimanche, lundi, mardi. The same thing. Here you say mercredi. There's a grave accent here. So whenever I pronounce this sound E, as if as in bed, okay? So remember that there is there's basically an grave accent here. And that's exactly the grave accent that's gonna make it sounds eh. All right? With the grave accent, you have the sound eh. All right? So dimanche, lundi, mardi, mercredi. Okay? Dimanche, lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi, okay? Okay? Samedi, samedi. On redit encore. Let's say it down one more time. Dimanche, lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi. OK? All right? Est-ce que nous comprenons? Est-ce que nous ouais? Pas oublier, nous capables d'écrire dans le commentaire là si nous avons une question à poser. Nous répondre non à l'aise. OK? Don't forget, you can ask any questions. You can ask anything. And we're here to help you out, guys. And we're here to help you out, guys. Okay? Now, let's go over them, what they mean now. So, you have Dimanche, which is, you can guess it, Dimanche, which is um, Sunday. You have Lundi, which is um, Monday. You have Mardi, which is Tuesday. You have Mercredi, which is Wednesday. Okay. You have Jeudi, which is Thursday. You have Vendredi, which is Friday. Friday. You have Samedi, which is Saturday. Okay. All right. Let's go over them one more time. How many days are there in a week? There are 7 days in a week. What are they? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Combien de jours qui gagnent dans une semaine? Dans une semaine, gagnent 7 jours. On dit yo, dimanche, lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi, dimanche. So not, I'm not supposed to say, I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to say dimanche again, okay? Because I started with dimanche. So, en español sería domingo, lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado. Português, domingo, primera-feira, sexta-feira, segunda-feira, terceira-feira, quarta-feira, okay, quinta-feira, sexta-feira e sábado. So, in Haitian Creole, dimanche, lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi. Regardez, j'aime faire bouche mouée. Look at my lips because I'm going somewhere with this. In Haitian Creole is not French. You don't say lundi. Lundi is French, but in Haitian Creole the sound does not exist, as the sound does not exist in English either. Okay, the sound exists in German. Okay, in French and some other languages, but it does not exist neither neither in Haitian Creole nor in English. So I say lin, hein, Lundi. You can see my mouth. Lundi. 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 Dimanche. Dimanche. Mardi. 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 Mercredi. Mercredi. And you can hear the sound z, 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 which is a little bit different from um, English, because you would normally say in English, you would normally say everybody, everybody, not everybody. Okay, everybody. Okay, the sound is okay. It's alveolar sound in a dental alveolar sound in English, but in Haitian Creole it is. But which the I, the vowel I, okay, the sound ni, okay, influence the d sounds and makes it a little bit. There's a little bit air pass through. All right, so that's why you say dimanche, 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 lundi, mardi, mercredi, okay, jeudi, vendredi, samedi, dimanche. Okay, so we have someone who's joining in, and Tai Tai from Texas. Hello, Tai Tai. Thank you for joining us today. We're just giving the Haitian Creole class. Um, Thank you for joining us. Okay, we're basically talking about the days of the week in Haitian Creole, and then that's the course that we have for today. All right, very good. So, how many days are there in a week? Combien jours? Combien jours qui gagnent dans une semaine? Okay, combien jours qui gagnent dans une semaine? Dans une semaine. Combien? How many? Or how much? Okay, in English, when you put how many, use it for count nouns. For example, how many hours, how many books, how many children, how many cars, things that you can count. And how much, you basically use it for non-count noun in English, because you say how much information, how much advice, how much water, how much juice, okay, etc. Things that you cannot count. So in Haitian Creole, you use combien for both. Okay, both. Okay, both. Either count nouns, okay, or non-count nouns. There's no problem in Haitian Creole. And I said the verb to have, but in this sense, it means there is and there are, is gagner, gagner, gagner. Okay, gagner. All right. Okay. And to say week in Haitian Creole, we say semen. Remember that there's a grave accent here. I have difficulty putting it. That's why you put it like this. But it has to be with a grave accent. So combien jours qui gagnent dans une semaine? How many days are there in a week? How many days are there in a week? Combien jours qui gagnent dans une semaine? Combien jours qui gagnent dans une semaine? How many days are there in a week? Okay? Now, jour gagnant in a day, okay, in a week, there are. Gagnant, there are. Okay? 7 days. And what are the 7 days? They are dimanche for Sunday. Sorry. Lundi, Monday. Mardi, Tuesday or Tuesday, if you prefer the British pronunciation. Mercredi, the same thing. Mercredi with a grave accent here. Mercredi, Wednesday. Jeudi, jeudi, Thursday. Vendredi, Friday. Samedi, 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 Saturday. And as I said, okay, as I explained to you guys earlier, is that the sound z here, the d, which is a dental sound or alveolar sound, okay, in English, even in Haitian Creole, it is influenced in Haitian Creole by the siad, y sound. It makes it z, z, z. You hear lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi. Okay? All right, guys? Okay? So, days of the week, how many days are there in the week? There are 7 days in the week. Genyen 7 jours dans une semaine. Genyen 7 jours dans une semaine. Genyen 7 jours dans une semaine. How many days are there? Combien de jours qui gagnent dans une semaine? Combien de jours qui gagnent dans une semaine? Combien de jours qui gagnent dans une semaine? I'm capable de dire, I can say, dans une semaine, in a week, dans une semaine, dans une semaine, semaine, semaine. You open your mouth, it's semen. It's French, it's Haitian Creole. So the sound does not exist in Haitian Creole. Okay, if you say which we will normally hear people use it while speaking Haitian Creole, because a lot of people how a lot of people speaking Haitian Creole, they're heavily influenced by the French language. Therefore, they would mix certain pronunciation from the from the French language into the Haitian Creole language, but the sound does not exist in Haitian Creole. Okay, it does not exist in Haitian Creole. So you say combien jours qui gagnent dans une semaine? Combien jours qui gagnent dans une semaine? Combien, how many, or how much? Gagner, to have, or there are, or there is. Semen, with a grave accent here, which is weak. Weak in a sense, not weak like you're fragile, but weak like 7 days. Okay, so there are 7 days in a week. Gain said you. Remember that in English you put an S. Most of the other languages you put an S at the end just to mark the plural. Okay, there are some other languages that you put cases, but in Haitian Creole, it's just the same. Haitian Creole is very easy. Okay, just the same. Okay, the same content. You put just the number. Okay, the number. 7 days, 7 jours. One day. Since I've the one, let me just write it down for you. If I had to put one day, mm, I had to put one day equals un jour or yon jour. Okay? All right, one day, yon jour. Okay, very good. So what are they? Dimanche, lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi, samedi. What j'ai écrit? Do you see how they're written? Can you see how they're written? Yes, you can see how they're written. Dimanche, lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi. These are the days of the week. Okay. So samedi is Saturday or Saturday. Vendredi, Friday. Vendredi. 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 Friday. Vendredi. Vendredi. Jeudi. 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 Not jeudi. Jeudi is French. All right. J, A. You open your mouth as if you would say, not A in American English, you'd say A like May, but there's no E. But A. The sound itself does not exist in English. But it's A. Jeudi. Thursday. Mais, like in bed, pet, okay? Set, mercredi, mercredi. And remember that the the sounds here is a little bit different, okay? Because you don't say mercredi, mercredi. If you say it like this, they will still understand you. But people would notice that you are not a native speaker. If you would like to sound like a native speaker, the way that I do, okay, or many other Haitian folks, okay, so you would have to say it with the Haitian accent. So instead of saying mercredi, it would be the American accent or British, okay, or any foreigner, okay, who is speaking the language. But it would be better to say mercredi, mercredi. You just let little air go through your tongue while pronouncing the d sound. Instead of saying d, say z, z. Like there's a there's a z sound. Z, 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 z. All right, z, 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 z. Mercredi, mercredi, not mercredi, mercredi. And remember that after watching this live, I have already posted a video. I'm going to put it public just right after this live. I'm going to put it public on YouTube, and it goes through the pronunciation of the days of the week in English, and you can practice along with them at home. Okay, and just let us know, guys, where you're listening from. Just let us know in the chat. So we have a couple of people watching, and we also have some people watching on TikTok as well. So yeah, just let us know, guys, where you're watching from. Just let us know on YouTube and TikTok. Let us know where you're watching from. Okay, just put it in the chat. Okay, and remember that in Haitian Creole, you're not going to put an S just to mark the plural. Okay, songez que en créole haïtien, le wap marqué, le wap montre marque de pluriel là, ou pas mettre S. Okay, you're not going to put an S at the end of the word, which is the norm in French. Okay, par exemple, en français, un jour, deux jours avec S. Même si c'est la même prononciation, mais on met S à la fin. In English, one day, 2 days. One day, 2 days. One day, 2 days. Okay, there's an S. But in Haitian Creole, the same word. Okay, the same word, but you only put the number in front. Okay, if it's one day, you say one day without an S. 2 days, des jours without an S. Des jours. Okay, that's how you say it in Haitian Creole. Now, let me know, guys, in the chat where you're listening from, where you're watching from. I want to know. Okay, let me know in the chat. Now, grouping some ideas. We're gonna go over just a little bit of history when it comes to the Haitian Creole language, and remember that there's a Haitian Creole here, there's an I here. I'm sorry, that was a typo. All right. So Haitian Creole and French have a long history. Okay. So according to some Creolists are linguists, Houston, Texas. All right, thank you. Creolists are those are people that are really interested, are linguists that are interested in the studies of Creole languages. There are some theories that the Haitian Creole language is from an African language, which is called Fombe, which is from the West Africa. And then it is a mix of that language and the French language of the colony at that time, which is no longer the French that is spoken in France right now, because the languages do evolve, right? So according to some Creolists, there are some Creolists that are pro, and there are also some Creolists that are contre that. But the bottom line is French and some African languages, especially the Fombe language in West Africa, are the two languages that mix together to make the Haitian Creole language that we know today. And Creole, the reason that we don't really like the term Creole, okay, to refer to the Haitian Creole language, because first and foremost, the Haitian Creole language is the most spoken Creole language in the world, with over 12 to 13 million people in Haiti and over uh, 4 million people living in the diaspora in the United States of America and the Dominican Republic, Canada, France, etc. So the the reason that a language is called a Creole is because it's a language that is emerged, okay, when two different or completely different languages are mixed together, and it gives forth to another language, to a third language that is different from the two previous original languages, and we call that language a Creole. It is not until that the language is the language of a land, of a community, that is going to be called a Creole, because before that it was called another name. Okay, it was a pidgin. Okay, it's basically a language that comes from two languages that put themselves together. For example, if I'm from the United States of America now, with civilization, globalization is going to be a little bit different, and the advent of um, scriptures, okay, the writings and everything is going to make it a little bit difficult for language to evolve. Language is going to take more time to evolve now than back then, because back then language we mostly use languages were basically used in communication, and basically verbally. Okay, we hardly wrote anything now, because the writings, what it do, it fix the language, okay, just to say a little bit more static, whereas while speaking all the time, and you can see that the language itself evolves. Okay, the language evolves, and although the writing you know, is going to be very static, with the usage of a spoken language, so it's gonna force the writing just to evolve a little bit. That's why you have ancient English, you have Middle English, and modern English. Even the modern English that you have with some historian and writers, the contemporary English is a little bit different from it. We have a lot of vocabulary words. There are words that are no longer pronounced, and there are some communities that influence the language, etc. So the language evolves. So that's the same thing for Haitian Creole. Back then, the Haitian Creole language is mix of the lexicon. Most of the lexicon of the Haitian Creole is the lexicon of the French that was spoken at that time, okay, in Haiti, in the colony, um, Saint Domingue. When they call Saint Domingue, we're not talking about the Dominican Republic, although the capital of the Dominican Republic is called Saint Domingue. But when we talk about Saint Domingue, we are talking about the um the isle in general. Both Haiti and the Dominican Republic, they were one at that time. So that French at that time, the vocabulary that the colonizers used in order to communicate with the slaves, they kept um, those vocabularies that still exist in the Haitian Creole language, most of them, a lot of them, let's say, and then they mix it with the tonality, with the prosody of the Africans, because the language was the language of the Africans. They put their own tonality in it, all right, their own tonality and everything, okay, what they were experiencing at that time, okay, they put it in it, and therefore we call it the Haitian Creole. And we have an academy, we're working on the language, and the academy is here to regulate the usage of the language. Maybe in the future, it's gonna have another name. Maybe it's gonna call it Haitian, because it's very 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 um, very omnipotent Creole language in the world. Maybe they are going to give it another name. Who knows? Okay, but now we still call it Haitian Creole, but not Creole. Okay, And of course, it has its belonging to the French language because most of the lexicons, okay, belong to the ancient, the French, not even ancient, the French that was spoken by the colonizers at that time, or at the time they were colonizing Haiti. They were colonizing Saint Domingue. Okay, so now what I want to draw your attention to is les jours de la semaine. That's French. Jour na semaine na. That's Haitian Creole. Les jours de la semaine. You see, it sounds the same. Les jours de la semaine. Les in French, which is the article, jour, which is day, les, which is the plural. In English, you have the, it could be singular, it could be plural, but in French, you have it for singular, you have it for plural. If it is singular, there's no S. If it is plural, there's a S, which means many days. Les jours de la semaine, of the week, de la semaine. Week is feminine, so you use the feminine um, article, okay, determinator. Okay, so in Haitian Creole, and in French, in Haitian Creole, it would be jour na semaine na, jour na semaine na, jour na semaine na. Full success. Jour na semaine na. So in French, you say lundi. Okay, you say in French lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi. Maintenant, ça c'est la prononciation haïtienne. This is the French pronunciation of the Haitian pronunciation of French. Lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi. Maintenant, the French pronunciation of the French people, the metropolitan French. You say lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi. Okay, which is different from the Haitian French. Now in Haitian Creole, which it's different. What do you say in Haitian Creole? You say for lundi, you say lundi, mardi, mardi, mercredi, there's no, mercredi, jeudi, jeudi, vendredi. You can see here it's written differently. Vent in Haitian Creole, it's A N Dredi, but in French it is Vendredi. Vendredi, vendredi, samedi or samedi. See, you see, samedi. And dimanche, okay, let me just put, I didn't put dimanche. Dimanche in French. Okay, you see how it's written? Dimanche. Okay, Dimanche. There is a E in French, there is no E in Haitian Creole. If I had to put an E here in Haitian Creole, it would pronounce dimanche, dimanche. Okay, but in Haitian Creole, it's dimanche, so there's no E. All right. All right. What I want you to keep in mind, okay, when you're learning Haitian Creole is, to always um, put in your head that Haitian Creole is a language of its own. It's not French, okay? It's neither a dialect. Haitian Creole is not a dialect. Creole haïtien, c'est pas un dialecte. Okay? Li pas français, li pas un dialecte. C'est une langue qui a une propre académie. It's a language that has its own academy, which is regularizing the language. Okay? Haitian Creole is the most spoken Creole in the whole world. Okay? It's not a dialect. Okay? It has its own, it's a language of its own. Okay? We have our own academy. The academy was created in 2014, which is here to regulate the language. All right. So that's the end of the course. Thank you. Merci. Merci. Grazie mille per avere attentato il corso di oggi. Danke. Gracias. Ok, gracias por haber asistido al curso de hoy. Obrigado, obrigado o seu tempo de estar aqui com nós. Ok? So, see you in the next class. In the next class, do not forget to like the video, share, and leave a comment. We also give private language course on Skype and Zoom. Feel free to contact us at +1 849 387 0010. I'm going to say it again. 1 849 387 0010. You can see it in the board. And you can reach out to me at this Gmail address, which is valvalentinizidor@gmail.com. All right. That's the number, and that my contact to reach out to me. Okay. All right. So do not forget to like the video and share and leave a comment. Okay. Thank you so much for your time. Bye bye. So long. Au revoir. Thank you so much, guys, for your time and for everything. And I was very happy to have you here. We had somebody from Houston, Texas. I'm very happy to have you. And I hope to catch you next time for another video in which I'm going to be talking about a lot of stuff in Haitian Creole. And that's when we put an end to the course. And I hope to get you next for other um, content in Haitian Creole. And as we were sharing our screen, you can see. So the next course that we're going to have is going to be about something else. Okay. But hopefully in the future, you're going to find some other courses. So you can also reach out to us, okay, through the email address provided here and the telephone number if you're interested in the private courses that we're giving, okay, for so that we can move forward. So it was a pleasure for me to be here, and I hope to catch you next time. Ok? Foi um prazer de estar aqui com vocês. Espero estar aqui com vocês novamente outro dia para continuar o curso de crioulo haitiano, falando sobre o que é importante para você para aprender. Tá bom? All right. Thank you. Bye bye. I hope to catch you next. Have a nice one. Take care.